Hey guys, I thought I'd get this out of the way right now because next week, which is, I make videos a week apart because I'm growing increasingly lazy. Next week I won't have much of a voice because I can feel something. You know when people around you are sick and you consciously think, okay, I'm gonna get sick, and it never happens, and then just suddenly you're sick? Well, I can feel that coming on right now. I'm about to get sick probably within the next few days, and I won't have a voice for very long because it's usually my throat that endures the entire length of the sickness. There's a link in the sidebar, the bottom bar, I guess. You know what? YouTube has fucked over 4 years of YouTube. Did you know that? With this new change, any videos in the past that have stated something about the sidebar is now obsolete. It is now a bottom bar, which is ridiculous to say, and I'm never saying that again. But there's a link there, and I want you to watch that video, at least as far as you can get in. I couldn't get all the way through it. I got like 7 minutes in, but it is infuriating to all hell, and I'm going to tell you, if you don't watch the video, I'm going to tell you what the content of it is and why it pisses me off. A YouTube user by the name of Shock of God calls into a radio show, an atheist radio show apparently, and Shock of God is a Christian, and you'll figure it out if you watch the video, but I've seen that Shock of God has been talked about enough on this website. There's videos about him everywhere. So this video isn't really going to be about him. It's going to be about people like him. Um, People who call into radio shows, like even the Glenn Beck radio show I've listened to a few times. People who call into there, liberals and all these other atheists and all these, people who are, at least more sane than conservatives and Christians, they're guilty of this too. So don't think I'm picking on like just the Christians and the conservatives and the people who call into atheist radio shows. I'm picking on everybody who does this. When you call into a show, an opinion show, where you want to throw your opinion out there, make sure you realize that it's not your show. You need to realize something, people. When you call in to someone's show that they're producing and they're making possible, you don't get a percentage. This is kind of why I've always had a problem with call-in radio shows, because the host never looks stupid, okay? If a person calls in with an opinion that totally trumps and debunks whatever the host is trying to put out there, the host has the power to send you away, and their opinion remains valid still. But still, you have to learn something from countless times of that happening. You have to understand that even if your opinion is very sound and you think it does destroy the host's opinion, you still need to realize that it's not your show. And you have to be respectful about it, or else you will be kicked off and they'll still remain, your entire purpose will be for naught because they'll still remain looking good with their opinion. And since we're kind of on the topic anyway, I would just like to throw this out there too. Saying that you're agnostic to the answer of do you believe in God is not a valid answer. I've been saying this for years. I've formed this opinion up myself, and then I saw Mannix the fucking Pirate have the exact same opinion as me, and I hate Mannix the Pirate. So I'll be looking like I'll be ripping him off, but I'm not. There are four kinds of people when it comes to do you believe in God. There are the Gnostic theist, the Gnostic atheist, the agnostic theist, and the agnostic atheist. That's it. You can't just say I'm agnostic and shrug off the question without angering anybody. You can't do that. That just doesn't happen in the real world. You might get away with that on like 4chan or something, but in an actual theological discussion, you won't get away with that. When it comes to the question of do you believe in God, there are only two answers to give: yes or no. That makes you either a theist or an atheist. Then you throw on the Gnostic agnostic prefix to that afterward. It's basically like you can't just answer the question of what kind of Olympic sport are you into. You can't just answer, oh well, I'm into very fast. That doesn't answer the question. That describes what kind of thing you're into, but it doesn't describe what it actually is that you're into. Stop doing that, agnostic people. Pick a side and stop straddling that fence.